Bagamat kilalang tagasuporta ni Pangulong Duterte, marami ang nagulat ng kanyang ianunsyo kahapon na ang kababayang Bicolano na si Vice President Leni Robredo mula sa oposisyon ang kanyang pambato sa pagka-pangulo. Sa puntong ito, makakausap natin si Albay Representative Joey Salceda. Magandang gabi po sa inyo, Congressman Salceda. So can you tell us why it's Leni Robredo? Is it just because Bicolano si Leni at Bicolano kayo? Or is it also, as you were explaining, and why this is so important to you because she's an economist and she has that experience? Kong Joey?
Basically, siya lang po ang walang vested interest. So, ibig sabihin, masusunod lang sa kanya, guidance lang niya. Yung kanya talagang napatunayan na makapagbigay po ng serbisyo lalong-lalo sa mahihirap. Pangalawa, among all the candidates, siya lang ang walang bahid o malinis na malinis po ang kanyang record sa kanyang pagsilbi. Simula pa nung siya maging abogado, tumutulong po sa mga mahirap sa pamamagitan po ng legal advice at sa pamumuno po ng kanyang asawa sa Naga City at pati na po sa kanyang limang at kalahating taon bilang vice presidente. Ang para sa akin po dyan, siya lang po sa mga kandidato ang pagpatunay na merong genuine commitment po o compassion para po sa mga naiiwan o mga dihado. Tatlo, siya may pinakaklaro. There's strategic clarity in her persona to her commitment to good governance. Good governance is equal to good economics. And good economics means good services. Isa-isahin ko po yan. Number one, alam niyo po, napatunayan both by Sarah and Leni that their judicious use, not just of the scarce government resources in order to provide services to people, but also their judicious use of the authority. Sabi nga kanina ni Sarah, nakapagsilbi sila pero wala siyang ni isang kaso sa Commission on Human Rights. Pangalawa, ang good governance also means higher tax collection to collection efficiency sa customs at saka sa BIR. Nakita po natin yan ng panahon ng Pinoy. There were no new taxes except on cigarettes, but they were able to raise tax to GDP from 12% to 14.7%. And lastly, alam niyo po, ang good governance means greater trust in the state apparatus, in its institutions, as a catalyst for national development. And so, lalong-lalo na sa panahon ngayon na kailangan natin makarecover sa pandemya at lumobo po yung utang natin na umabot po ng 60%, although it's still manageable, pero malapit na po dun sa punto ng panahon ni Presidente Gloria Macapagal Arroyo kung saan hinarap namin nagkaroon po tayo ng masasabi natin masakit ng mga fiscal reforms. So kinakailangan po ang malaking tiwala o kredibilidad ng isang Pangulo na siya po ay she can mobilize the people, seek forbearance for the short-term, in other words, to forgo short-term comforts for long-term gains. Yun po ang nakikita ko po sa kandidatura po ni Leni. I am supporting Leni Robredo not because I'm Bicolano. I'm supporting her because she's good for the economy and she represents confidence in the future of the Philippines.
Kong Joey, of course everyone knows that in the last few months, ang gusto po ninyo si Sara Duterte, and of course she's running for VP. But now the question is, why wouldn't you have gone for Bongbong Marcos for president because he is the running mate of Sarah? I mean, of course, I know you've already outlined and explained the reasons for Leni, but why not BBM?
I have long followed and studied the track record of all the candidates in their public service, especially their commitment to good governance and management style. Yung dalawa lang talaga namumukod tangi para sa akin. Alam mo, I can provide you the entire tableau or Excel file of all sorts of parameters on how I made that decision. It's very clear that both VP Leni and Mayor Sara are known for their judicious and effective use of public resources in the offices and programs that they have presided.
Kong Joey, when you were rooting for a Sara Duterte presidency, you also wanted her to be, in tandem with other politicians. Can you talk about why you think that now you're saying that Leni and Sara are the same? Because I can almost hear the the Leni Robredo supporters reacting very strongly to what you're saying.
Ang akin naman doon kasi, matalik kong kaibigan po si Sara since 2013. At nakasama ko po yan sa NEDA, sa Regional Development Committee. There's a big committee inside NEDA which handles all the RDCs in the entire country. And I've seen her work. And I'm pretty convinced. But since hindi po siya tumakbo, not because Leni is a second best, but simply because if you look at their character, as well as their performance, and of course their worldview, and that is probably the most powerful determinant of my choices, makikita ko po doon na they will serve the country well, and they will be able to mobilize public support, especially for painful reforms that are needed in order for us to sustain the recovery, as well as, of course, attain a higher trajectory of growth of 7 to 8% while reducing poverty to what was disrupted by the pandemic. Kasi nasa 14.1 na tayo, papunta na tayo ng 10% sana. Kaso bigla nagdagdag ng 5 million yung ating pong poverty rate due to the pandemic. So I make my decision based on my own what you can call calculations and based on my parameters.
Congressman Joey Salceda, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Sayang kulang pa ang oras dahil I wanted to ask you kung sa tingin mo ay mananalo pa talaga, kung may chance pa si Leni, given that she's a far second or third. Anyway, maraming salamat, Kong Joey. We'll have you again on the show. Salamat po, sir.